Okay, break.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Dragon 60.
Now Gino. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15. 1st down Seahawks.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Walker now on 1st and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 71 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The Seahawks entering play looking for win number 4 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And going right back to Walker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground. Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? Absolutely. You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Geno now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
John Hightower now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Corral. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On the play fake, Corral. Checks this down to Hubbard. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Back to throw, Corral. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. Oh, now it's the punter, Johnny Hecker, who in fact grew up just north of here in nearby Bothell. This is taken at the 15. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Ready.
Throwing now is Geno. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Corral. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. 35 yards that time on the punt, and they will take. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
18 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. Steps away. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Well, the offense has moved the ball pretty well on this drive, but now the defense are bowing their neck up a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, not only are they bowing it up, but I think they took a little bit of a gamble there because on 2nd down, they sent people after him and got him, and that puts him in a pretty good spot now to bring up a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Corral. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Foreman. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Corral going to sneak it, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Matt Corral, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3.
Seahawks 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jeremy Ching picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw in this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Back to throw, Corral. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, if you're ever going to try the fake punt, this would seem to be the place to do it, but it doesn't work out.
Yeah, you got to make sure you throw it to your guys and not the other team. But yes, in this spot on the field, only needing a few yards for a first, I think that decision was okay and spot on. The problem was the execution. It was not.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, 43 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Makes the score Panthers 24, Seahawks 3.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Cup 19. 70 Ranger.
From the red zone now, Smith.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Ken Walker from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. Taking a shot here for Marshall. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here's Corral on first down.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Corral escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, here's Corral.
That pass complete to Moore.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. 68 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least 1 more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Corral from the gun on 3rd down here.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal.
A 33-yarder from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
79 Broncos.
On 1st and 10, Smith steps away to his left.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Ready?
Now Smith. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line.
Ready? 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Mustang 19.
Back to throw, Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it's the right time to make that call.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They'll toss this right side to Hubbard.
And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
Throwing here, Corral. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
From 17 yards out.
And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Seahawks 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Ready, ready.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
19, Pioneers. Dragon 60.
Now Gino on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Geno now to throw. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Right back to Hubbard.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A carry for Foreman. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Foreman. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately,
he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Now Gino. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Amari Barno
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
After the sack on 1st down, Smith, deep ball for Goodwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Panthers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they lose their 9th game on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.